Yep. Never gonna fall in the foundation, never put it on.
Same spot.
Ready?
Hi, this is George Kendall, the director of the play. So can you tell us about your experience here directing?
It's wonderful. The students are great, both the musicians, the actors, the tech. That would be more than both. That's all three groups. They're just all wonderful. They work very hard. They are able to take a lot of the authority and autonomy that I give them, and really a large part of the show is really due to them. So it's wonderful, absolutely wonderful.
So when did you start directing plays here at CCHS?
This is my second year teaching theater classes as well as directing.
So past productions that you've directed have been?
Here, last year, we did Dracula, we did Little Shop of Horrors, we did Barnum as the big musical, and Macbeth. We've also done a lot of other Shakespeare, other places. I love Shakespeare. We're going to do Twelfth Night this spring. We're going to do it outdoors, so we should have fun with that.
So do you plan on staying here and directing for a long time after? You're really interested in staying here at CCHS?
I certainly hope so. I love it here. I love the students, the parents, the support network, my fellow faculty members. It's really a great place. So they'll have to drag me out in the Evita box. You can pan to the casket there if you want. Right, they can take me out in that.
So have you based or deliberately contrasted this production with the movie portrayal of the story?
As someone who really loves theater as an art form, theater is very different from motion pictures in a lot of different ways. The motion picture told the story in a way that can't be done on stage. So really there's nothing in my head from the motion picture itself that I carried over to the stage other than the underlying story itself.
Mm-hmm. So you haven't kind of influenced it in any way based on the movie? It's kind of taken its own path?
It's taken its own path, but also I've been influenced by the London production that opened last summer 2006. It's the first formal revival of Evita that's been done by Andrew Lloyd Webber. So from not having actually seen it, but seeing photographs, seeing some video clips, hearing how some of the music has been rearranged for their production, we actually have used some of the rearrangements of the music. So this is a little different than something you would most likely see at another school or even a community theater or a professional theater group doing now, because some of the things we're doing really haven't been written down except in London.
So how do you feel about the cast and the production as a whole right now and its further progression to the opening weekend coming up soon?
We're still, 13 days from opening night. There's still a lot of work to do, but I'm very pleased with where we are now. I really think this show has a lot of wonderful dynamics to it, and they're just starting to come out now, and the cast is starting to really feel it. So I'm a happy man.
Do you have any last general comments to give on the play?
They're totally blank. Let's see. Not really. Just that's the big edit, right? Just come and enjoy it. Or if you've already seen it, think about some of your favorite scenes as you did watch it. I think it's just going to be great for the folks on stage and for the folks in the audience too.
Well, thank you very much, George Kendall, the director of the play.
I know. Some go like that. Do it now. No. Like every day I
Foundation data for do it. Everyone, not just Ellen, everyone is working. So.
I guess I need this to get your attention. Shh. After the dance break, when Ella is working that verse, Perone and Ava are working down here. They're only going to get to center stage. Ella's singing Never Been a Film Like the Foundation. Ava, Perone.
Never gonna count your name.
Never, what? Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
As they're working down this last time, Perone is stuffing money into his coat pocket. The very end, when Ella turns, you're all going to turn, he's going to be caught with his hand in his shirt pocket. Actually, Owen, on this last one, when you're doing it, you're turning away from them so the audience can see it full view. The very last one, I want you to really get a good handful and turn full so everyone can look at you. And that's where it's kind of...
We'll talk about hurricane.
Ready?
I hate to stop you. Ian, turn around. Get in the scene, please. Don't encourage him, all right? This is a waste of time to do this. Let's go back again.
Hi, can you tell me your name and about your character?
Sure, I'm Celeste Hall. I'm in 9th grade, and I'm Perron's girlfriend. So she's at the beginning of the play, and she gets to sing the song Another Suitcase in Another Hall. And yeah, that's
Perone, who is Eva's husband.
yeah, Juan Perron. Mm-hmm.
So you're the mistress character.
Yeah, I am. Mm-hmm.
So what happens later with your storyline?
Well, basically, it's this young girl who's kind of gone from man to man, and Ava kicks her out when she gets married to Juan, so she's on her own again, and that's what she sings through her song, because she's really just all alone in the same position. She doesn't really have friends or family, so... It actually wasn't. The thing is that in the movie, Ava actually sings it about her young childhood and how she hasn't had much luck and everything, so it changes, but in the play, it's an actual character. Yeah.
So have you done other productions here or in other areas?
I've done productions outside of school. I do things in the summer, but this is my first production at CC because this is my first year. So I'm really excited. I've been looking forward to being in the plays here.
Do you think you'll perform in future productions?
Definitely. I'm really hoping to be in all the musicals and some other plays here.
So how is rehearsal and how has it been in the past?
They're going really well. I really enjoy coming here because not only are you working on the show, but you also make really great friendships, and it's just a really nice community. I mean, February vacation is a lot of rehearsals, but so far it's just been really enjoyable. I love being with everybody.
So it's really coming together now because the performance is coming up soon?
Definitely. Like, you really can see the potential, and it's just going to be a wonderful show. I mean, we have an amazing creative team and a great set and everything. It's just, everything's looking really good.
Well, thank you very much. Anything else you'd like to say?
No, I just think it's going to be a really great show, and I hope a lot of people can come and see it.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, can you introduce yourself and tell us about your character?
My name is Matthew Dorneman. I am a sophomore, and I go here to CCHS, and I am playing the part of Augustin Magaldi, who is a sleazy nightclub singer who has early relationships with Eva Perón and takes her to the big city of Buenos Aires.
Okay. So you play another kind of a different girlfriend, boyfriend character, kind of foil or similar to Celeste's character.
Yes, I do, except I'm on the other side. I'm dating Eva in the beginning.
So how does your character evolve over the story?
In the beginning, he's kind of new to the music business, and he's really just kind of all over the place. And towards the middle, he gets more refined, and then Eva ditches him.
Okay. So you're not in the end of the play, or do you come back?
I actually have one line in the last song because it's recapping her whole life, but I'm mainly in the first act.
So how have you enjoyed rehearsals here?
I would wake up in the morning, and rehearsals would be like my motivation. They're just so much fun.
So have you done any previous productions?
Yes, actually, Barnum. I was Bailey.
Yes, and other productions?
Yeah, I do some theater outside of school and some in school.
Do you prefer in school or out of school?
I like both. I think it's important to have blends of both, but I guess I prefer in school.
So do you really see the play coming together here in the last few weeks of rehearsals?
Most definitely. We still have a ways to go, but I think it's really coming together.
The actual chords there and the notes are going to be slightly different. So when we have the orchestra, we will rehearse that. So keep in mind that that is going to be different. It's a different progression where you're actually going up higher. Where you're actually going up higher with the chords rather than lower and resolving. So we'll get that. I want you to listen to the track and actually go back and let's walk it through. Because this is what we've got, this track, the montage from the recording, the London recording. So let's go back and just walk it through from the top of this, please.
There's nothing calculated, nothing planned. Please forgive me if I seem naive. I would never want to force your hand.
And this is a slow.
Hi, this is Annalie Mulhall, and can you tell me about your character here in the production?
Yes. Eva Duarte was a real person, and I've had to do a lot of research about her. And her childhood, she was an illegitimate child born into the very lower class, and she sort of slept her way to the top. She was an actress for a while and did radio. And then when she met Juan Perón, she sort of seduced him, so the myth is. And they got married, and that's how she sort of got her power. And the stereotype is that she's sort of a evil dictator. And parts of that are true, because when she was an actress, whoever was mean to her, she blacklisted them once she had power. So yes, she was evil, but she also did really nice things. She let's see, what did she do? Okay, she created Evita City, which was a place because she came from the lower class, so it was a place where she could house, feed, clothe, and give money to people of the lower class. And she just gave out a lot of money, and I mean, her character is so multidimensional that it's been really hard to portray her, and I've had to do a lot of research, but...
So how has your experience been here with rehearsals and the rest of the cast?
It's been very, very different this year because since it's an opera, it's been all singing. So it's been very, very fun, but it's been really hard to memorize, at least for me, because it's not only do you have to memorize the words, but you have to memorize the notes and the rhythms, and it's been really fun, though. The cast is huge. So, I mean, I still don't know everyone in the cast, but my goal is to know everybody's name by the end of February break. So it's been fun.
So you've mentioned past productions. What other productions have you been in?
My first production here was West Side Story. I was Maria. And then last year, I was in Little Shop of Horrors as Audrey, and I was Jenny Lind in Barnum. So this is my fourth and final show on the CC stage. And I hope I'm not, no, I'm not forgetting.
How about outside of school productions?
Outside of school, I've done a lot, actually. I sort of spent the last 2 years building up a resume for college. And I've done Alexander Children's Theater. I was in 3 shows with them, The Wiz, Cabaret, and... Godspell, and now I'm doing Children of Eden with them. And I've also been in Ragtime and Cinderella. So I've done a lot outside of school, too.
So how would you contrast or compare your character in this play to the one in the movie that everyone knows?
Okay, in the movie, I mean, she's the same person. She's a real person. But I think that every actress puts something of herself into the character she's playing. And I know I'm doing it differently than Madonna, I'm sure. Madonna sort of made it into, it was more funky, I think, in the movie. The music was more techno, it had more of a beat. And I just think it's really hard to watch a musical movie and be intrigued. So the live production of it, like in the theater, is so much better. And I think that we all put a little bit of ourselves into the character. So I'm sure my portrayal will be a little bit different than hers just because of that.
So you really, in the last few weeks here before opening night, do you really see the play coming together now, especially February break?
Definitely, definitely. I mean, the set, even, just that, watching that be put up is just incredible. I mean, we went from a bare stage to, I mean, we're talking about, we're going to sell it as a condo. Like, it looks like a real house, and it's incredible. And the cast is really getting themselves together, and the orchestra's here for the first day. So having the live music, not just the CD player, is really nice. So it's definitely coming together.
Do you have any last comments you'd like to give about the production?
Comments? Oh, gosh. It's going to be great. So you should come check it out.
Well, thank you very much, Annalie Mulhall. Evita.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you.
For all of you wonderful cast people that are standing there with your hands in your pockets or nodding your side, oh, thank you. Move a little faster.
50, 60, 70 I saw the lights and the choice was mine.
Don't forget the ahs. This is the second verse.
I could have the millions at my feet. Give my life to the people I might never.
The volume from the chorus has to be much louder, even though it's a very soft song.
To children of my own.
Eric, start pushing it out now.
Remember, I was very young then. Thought I needed
Beauticians, you've got to be downstage right, ready to come over and help her.
Understand what I have done.
Hi, can you tell me your name and about your role here in the production?
I'm Carrie Abend, and I'm student directing for the show.
How have rehearsals been going so far?
Certain rehearsals go better than others, but overall, after getting people to focus, things have been going really well, and progress has definitely been made. I mean, this is probably the best first February day rehearsal we've had for the time I've been here, which was West Side and Barnum. This is definitely the best break that we've had. So,
Have you ever been into the acting, or have you always been the director, more into that side?
I've acted before. I've done tech a lot. The only thing I haven't done yet is play in the pit because I don't play an instrument. But after acting, I kind of found that I like the backstage part a little bit better. So it's fun to be behind the scenes. I like it a little bit more.
So do you have a co-student director?
Yeah, Jo. Scocco, I think is her last name. She's from Italy. She's the exchange student. But she's away this week. And she's really friendly, and she's been getting a lot of work done and stuff. So she's fun to have around.
Is it nice to have a co-director, or is it kind of like unnecessary? What's your take on that?
It's actually great because during rehearsals before this, sometimes one of us would be down here and one of us would be in the chorus room. And we do the silly things like have to run out to go get things and make copies. So sometimes if one of us has to go, it's good that one of us can stay. So it's actually kind of useful, but sometimes we just both end up sitting around.
So how's your experience been here? Have you enjoyed your experience?
Yeah, I really like this show. I think the set is fantastic, and I like being here. It's a good vibe. So I love it. I love theater in general, so of course. But yeah, Evita's been a really good experience, I'd say.
So you think the play is going to come together and be all ready for its premiere in 2 weeks?
Definitely. I think I'm more sure of it than I was of any other show that I've done. It just seems like everyone really wants to see it come together. And the focus is really on getting to opening night, which is good because that's the big important thing. So it's good to feel.
Okay, 107, right where we left off, 107. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, act. Not yet. Now 136.
Hey, here is the game plan for this afternoon. This afternoon, we are going to start with the New Argentina. Then we are going to go to Buenos Aires. And then we are going to go into other little bits and pieces. After we do Buenos Aires, then we will start breaking off into different rehearsal groups, so don't just split her off. Dancers are going to go somewhere. Aristocrats, which ones of you that aren't dancing, we might split you and do something else. So just after Buenos Aires and actually cast after New Argentina, just sit in the auditorium seats until we can divide you up more efficiently than chasing everybody down. For the rest of the afternoon, after Buenos Aires, we're going to finish Night of 1,000 Stars, and then we're going to run as many of the other tunes as we can. Good Night will be next. Ladies Got Potential. You're all so attentively listening. As you're digesting and almost asleep. Okay, so I want to start with a new Argentina. So let's get up, stand up. Just want you to stretch a little bit. Just deep. Go ahead and make noise. Stand up, stay on the stage. Orchestra is going to rehearse.
Handing him number 10.
Stretching, arms up.
Yeah.
Work your hips without hurting anyone next to you.
You stop after bar 4? Yep. Ah. Okay. So everybody
Some of you
else
have more dangerous hips than others.
John, play everything. Bar 5 and bar 6.
Just in place.
Beginning again. 1, 2, ready, and 1, 3, 5, 1.
Do a gentle kick out.
5, 1, 3, 5.
Now people next to the wall, you're going to have to be really careful with this, so step out a little bit. And just actually turn. Just want you to work your arms slowly, nothing violent.
To see us 6 feet under.
Same arm, other direction. Oh, that one feels good. Where's Cat Courtney?
Hi, can you introduce yourselves and then tell me a little bit about this production?
Hi, I'm Katrina. And I'm Liz Hutchinson.
And what character do you play?
I'm a dancer, dance captain, and aristocrat and choral ensemble.
I'm an aristocrat, the tango soloist, and trio.
Oh yeah, tango. I forgot that.
Yeah, we're both tango
And that's
soloists.
Eric. You should probably introduce him too.
He's Che.
I'm Eric. I'm Che. Yeah.
So can you tell me about your character in this play and how he kind of evolves over the time?
Okay, well, I'm kind of a narrator, and the whole time I'm basically fighting against Annalie, who plays Evita. And there's a contrast there between how I feel about her versus how the people feel about her, and how I think they're all giving in to a poor dictator. And yeah.
Good, thorough answer. Never would have thought. Okay.
So how have you guys enjoyed this production so far in the rehearsals?
Excellent question again. Yes, of course. Like, we get to be with Anna and Eric and Liz all the time, and we get to dance and act and sing, so what could be better?
Do you make a lot of lasting friendships here?
Yeah.
Yes. Well, blank faces. Yes, of course. No, you mean lots of new people.
Okay, we met in Barnum last year, Katrina and I, and now we're like bestest friends.
Well,
so
no, we knew it. We became very close. You know, you solidify friendships is what happens.
Yes.
Right. Okay, so common interest. So you already mentioned that you've done Barnum together. Any other productions, either together or on your own?
Well, Eric and I were in West Side Story. Liz was in Fiddler. Oh, I should probably just answer for myself.
Yeah.
West Side Story and Barnum, and that's it. Yep.
Okay.
Barnum and Fiddler.
Little Shop of Horrors, West Side Story, The Wiz, Cabaret.
Oh wait, none of them.
That's not true.
You're so mean.
That's not true at all.
So you've had a lot of lead roles over the years?
A couple.
Lower neck. Shoulders. If you're not too tight, take your left heel, put it on your left cheek, don't bounce it. Hit it as far as you can without pain. If you can't hit that bar, don't force it, just hit it as right heel, right cheek. Just go slowly, never bounce it. Take it out.
Hi, can you tell me your name and about your role in this production?
I'm Mark Neymar, and I'm an Army officer, and I'm also in the dance corps.
Mm-hmm. So how have you enjoyed rehearsals so far?
I've really liked it. It's been really fun kind of exploring the show as we go and kind of finding new meaning and depth with it as we rehearse. And yeah, it's been just a really fun time meeting new people and socializing and making new friends. And it's Evita, so it's been really fun to work with the material.
Have you been in previous productions? I know The Learned Ladies.
Yes, I was previously in The Learned Ladies. I act in several other community theaters around Massachusetts, such as Concord Players, AEP Theatrical, the Belmont Dramatic Club, among others. And so yeah, and I also did a few things at the middle school while I was still there, the Concord Middle School. And so yeah.
So what other productions have you been in?
Other productions that I've been in, I was in MAME. I played Patrick Dennis. I was in The Secret Garden. I played Colin Craven. I was in The Music Man, and I played Harold Hill. And just among others. It's hard to keep track.
So do you plan on doing future productions?
Definitely. I really enjoy doing this. Definitely. And I'm considering it as a career.
So do you really see the play coming together now?
Definitely. Like even today, just having the orchestra and just having that support has been really great. And yes, it's been really coming together with all the costumes being shown. And we have a great costume crew. And just little things like that have really brought us together and really kind of put us into focus in terms of our character work and such. So, yeah, it's been really good.
Do you have anything else you'd like to give comments on the production as a whole?
Come see Evita. It's going to be a really good production. And I'm not just saying that because I'm in it. That it's going to be very good. It's different than most productions because of its content about government and its political commentary. So it's edgy and it's going to be really nice for audiences to see. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
You too. Hi, can you tell me your name and about your role in the production?
Hi, I'm Ilana Israel, and I'm part of the children's choir. And yeah.
How have you enjoyed your experience at rehearsals?
Good. I haven't been to many rehearsals, so.
So you've been in previous productions?
Well, I've been in 2 other high school plays.
Which ones?
I was Tom, the little young Tom Thumb and Barnum, and Fleance and Macbeth.
So you're really interested in theater?
Yeah.
Do you plan on doing it when you come to the high school?
Probably.
So is this one of your first times here rehearsing with the cast?
Not really rehearsing. I'm just here because my mother is here doing costumes. So.
So you're part of the children's choir. Do you know where that kind of fits in with the production? Like what your role, the kind of significance?
I'm a poor, or not really, not rich person, and Ava's trying to she's feeding us, so we look up to her as a god or something like that.
This is Matt Dornman. We saw you yesterday, and I can notice a new hue.
Yes, and it's actually getting even darker for the show. But yeah. And Ilana has been in a lot of shows outside of school, too, with Concord Recreation Department. So she's a very experienced theatrical person.
So do you think you're going to enjoy the show, performing in it during opening weekends?
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you.
Hey, get in place with New Argentina. We need this running through to strike the tables and chairs, please.
Arrow, ready, act.
So, Ned, is this shop class out here?
Yeah, this is shop.
What they're doing today?
We're building a wheelbarrow.
I've done similar work in my. Actually, I just assembled a thing from Home Depot, but it's the same idea. Where'd you get that old wheel there?
eBay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Mr. Kendall seems to be really good at getting things off of eBay.
Yeah.
So he searched and found a lot of the props that we needed, including the wheel, some microphones, and I don't know what all else. He found us a wheel, and he found us drawings of an old wheelbarrow, and
that's just a prop laying around on the stage somewhere? Or is it gonna?
From one of the scenes. I actually honestly don't know which.
Yeah, is it gonna do any work, or is it just gonna?
It's going to carry out bags of money, I think.
Oh, not a human being or anything.
No, we just put the human beings in the coffin. So we don't keep
the coffin. You built the coffin for the girl, right? See, this is what we could put on. You described the coffin and everything. I saw her getting in the coffin.
The best person to describe all of this stuff is Eric Johnson, who's the stage manager.
Eric Johnson?
Hi, can you introduce yourself and tell me about your role in this production?
I'm Eric Johnson. I'm the stage manager. And what that is, for the past few months, I've been directing the set builds and to make the whole set and most of the props and the painting. And then during the show, I direct the running crew for actually moving the set and the scene changes. This is my first time as stage manager, and I really like to have huge construction building for the set, and that's what I did this year. And we have the whole wraparound balcony.
Do you really enjoy this role? Do you think you're going to try it again in later years?
Oh, definitely. My family has been involved with tech for 6 years now, and we've been doing the musical since then. And my brother was stage manager a few years ago, and I'm sort of continuing. And yeah, this is like why I'm here. Tech is my thing.
So what are some of the big props that have kind of taken the most effort to get together?
Well, we have Evita has her casket, which sits on a pedestal, and in the beginning we have a flat one just to raise up the casket a bit, but in the end there's a one that's slanted, and she'll climb into it, and actually there's a trap door at the bottom so she can disappear at the end, because her body disappears for 17 years, and we're having her leave for that effect.
And just the whole set as the big wraparound balcony, everything you mentioned before, how long did that take to build?
We pretty much just work Saturdays. I think it's just been 5 Saturdays, and then we've been working a lot recently to get the detail stuff like the painting and the railing. But the big majority of it was just over about 4 or 5 Saturdays, so we were working hard.
So do you design the whole plan and put other people to tasks to complete it?
Well, Mr. Kendall gives the general concept, but I designed from there, and Justine Curran is the artistic director, and she was helping more with the painting and art because I'm not so great there. I'm more of the building and construction. It's modeled after the Casa Rosada, which is the equivalent of the White House, except in Buenos Aires, the capital of Argentina. And we have the balcony, which runs about 60 feet around. We have 2 staircases on each side, and underneath the balcony we have 5 arches, and we made so many just so we could have a lot of variety in the actors' entrances and exits, and to make scene changes more smooth. And we have 2 fire poles, which are only one of them is usable, and that's featured in Good Night and Thank You. That's where the rejected lovers slide down after Evita sends them away.
Hey, is this where the cast spends most of the time?
Backstage.
This is back.
Yeah, no, mostly in the green room, but yeah, we're waiting for our cues, so we spend it backstage.
Oh, so it's gonna be behind the
Behind the scenes.
It's literally too bad it's so dark in there. I could go in.
It's dark and really, really crowded. Really crowded. We're like, yeah.
So there's a lot of desire to come out the hole
Oh
here.
yes, once we get onto stage, it's very exciting because you don't get to see the light of day very often. That's so true. It is true. It's kind of scary.
Aristocrats. Aristocrats. I would like the aristocrats for the last 12 bars of Perone's Latest Flame to transition into this. Guys, quiet please. You're out on stage, aristocrats. Aristocrats.
Okay, here we go. Ready?
Things have reached a pretty pass with someone pretty lower class. Christmas and vulgar holidays can be accepted and admired.
So can be, accept.
Hi, can you tell me your name and about your character in this production?
I'm Owen Callahan. I play Juan Perone in this, and he is Evita's husband. He's becomes dictator of Argentina, and he's basically like the ruler. And he's like, I don't know, Eva kind of uses him to get power, or there's a lot of different ways you can look at it. That's who he is, basically.
Have you enjoyed your time rehearsing here with the cast?
Yeah, definitely. I'm really glad I got this part. Like, if I could choose any part, I would definitely choose this one. Rehearsals have been really fun, and we're just starting on a week of really long rehearsals, and I don't think it's going to be really grueling at all. It's just going to be a good time.
Oh, have you done any previous productions here or other places?
Yeah, last year I was in Little Shop of Horrors. I was like a minor role in that, and I was in the pit orchestra for Barnum, played the saxophone, and I was in Macbeth, the little role in that, and yeah, this is basically my first big role at the high school, so really excited about it.
So is the play really close to coming together now? Is it still in the kind of the pre-stages?
Yeah, it's weird. I didn't really understand what the play really looked like, and then all of a sudden he was like, okay, we're going to run it, and we were actually choreographing stuff while we were running it, but it really is looking really good, and it's going to go great. We have a lot of time to do this, so we're not really rushing. It's good. Yeah.
Play that downbeat. Now the thing is, in the wheel measure, we have a downbeat and a wheel ball. You don't want it at all? That makes it easier on us. Take out the B dominant 7th and the B downbeat on 24. Don't come back in until 25. All you have to do is sit and wait. Are you going to schmaltz? All you have to do is sit and wait at all?
No.
You don't like that Yiddish fat stuff, do you? Okay. So you're just going to go right through. All you have to do is sit and wait. Just go on with that. Say yes. Yes.
Quiet backstage.
All you have to do is sit and wait. Give her an A. Go.
All you have to do is sit and wait. Keeping out of everybody's way. You'll be handing power on the plate. When the one you rather have is
Okay. Annalie.
Yes.
Pay attention to me.
Okay.
All you have to do is sit and wait. Give her an A. Go.
It doesn't matter what those forums say. Our nation's looking for a people. There's only 20 of them anyway. What is 20 makes a million do are looking to you. All you have to do is sit and wait. Keeping out of everybody's way. You'll be having power on a plate. When the ones you rather have their say are in chaos and storm. You never learn to be free to be bold.
When I can be, would be foolish not to quit for her again. As there's a chance, that is why. All lifestyles are distinguished, more important than nothing. I do my job satisfaction.
And then go on, yeah. Leave out the downbeat and 24 kids. The downbeat and 24 no longer exist. The orchestra is what?
No, she just is coming in right.
On one. This is Craig. Okay, here we go. Ready? 48. Ready? 1, 2, 4, 8.
This is crazy to be this tall, like a mid-political suicide. There's no risk, there's no call for any action at all. When you have unions on your side.
What? There you go. No, you're the executive assistant.
Annalise, stop trying to melt in your dress. You're not a snowman. Oh.
You don't want to.
Wait, what am I doing?
You don't like pulling it back.
Oh, okay, I don't like it. Wait, so I'm
You're not resolving it with the music slowing down. We're resolving it with the orchestra going bump. I don't want the slow down there. I want it more abrupt for the.
when you have unions on your side. But not that fast.
Have unions on your side. Maybe just a hair. We'll compromise. Just a hair.
Have unions on your side.
Yeah, and don't.
This is crazy defeatist talk, like a mid-political suicide. There's no risk, there's no call for any action at all. When you have unions on your side.
No, you guys.
Hang on.
48. 1, 2, 1, 2, 48.
This is crazy defeatist talk, like a mid-political suicide. There's no risk, there's no call for any action at all. When you have unions on your side.
Okay. You want to just 4X?
Yeah.
This is crazy defeatist talk, Why commit political suicide? There's no risk, there's no call for any action at all when you have unions on your side.
6 times. Next time.
New Argentina, the chains of the masses untied. A new Argentina, the voice of the people cannot be denied.
There is only one man who can lead any workers' regime. He lives for your problems, he shares your ideals and your dreams. He's supports you, for he loves you, understands you, is one of you. If not, how could he love me?
A new Argentina, the workers' battle song. A new Argentina, the voice of the people, raise up the
Now I am the worker, I've suffered the way that you do. I've been unemployed and I've starved and I've hated it too. But I found my salvation at all in a nation that is saved from as he saved me.
A new Argentina, a new age about to begin. A new Argentina, we face the world together and no dissent within.
It's annoying that we have to fight election for our cause. Idiots having to get the majority. If normal methods of persuasion fail to win us applause, we have other ways of establishing authority. Making you vote for us, or at least of making you abstain.
Anyone has resigned from the army and this we avow. The thick aficionados on road he is marching with now. He supports you, for he loves you, understands you, is one of you. If not, how could he love me?
Guys, that's the chorus that we repeat. We do the short chorus, then we do the long one.